What's up, everyone? This is Brotrio with our top 10 video games for the NES. In at number 10, we have Crashing the Boys Street Challenge. Always a fun game, really weird.
Yeah, it was.
It's like gangs playing the Olympics together, and
yeah, it was really fun. I mean, it was a really fun game because you could do like shot put and street fight, and
you could swim and throw piranhas at the other people.
And they had a shop where you could buy better techniques or piranhas or whatever.
Like, I really think that was the most that I ever talked my dad into renting a video game. We probably had it at least 30 times.
Yeah.
He should have just bought the cartridge.
Yeah, that game was really fun. I don't know if it was just because I was a kid, but I can't, for the life of me, I don't think to this day I know how to control half the mini games in that game.
Yeah,
especially the one where he spins and throws the ball and chain. I don't know how to do it. I never did. Mine always went like kerplunk right out of the gate. It's like the golf one where he throws it.
The golf one was fun because you could buy the spikes so it just stick in the ground.
Then they had the street fight for the finale.
And street fight was fun.
Yeah,
that was great.
I always thought it was weird that it was like pretty much Olympic events and then a straight out street fight.
In at number 9, we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. I don't know if there's a subtitle, but I'm going to assume there's not.
It was the arcade one, I know that.
The arcade game is the subtitle.
Yeah, okay. Well, that game was super fun, and you could play co-op, and I remember they had an attachment where you could play 4-player, and we never had it, and it was awful. I was always Donatello.
I bet it would have been bad.
I don't know. Yeah, I picked Donatello every time in any turtle game I do. But it was really fun. The first level is the one I remember most, probably because I was a kid and I was bad at it. And
Bebop and Rocksteady set April's apartment on fire, and then they drill into it.
They drill up into it, and you have to go walk very calmly through a burning building and
fight Rocksteady. He's shooting at you with a machine gun.
Oh yeah, jump and kick. That's the only thing you can do.
Yeah. And then there's the ice level.
The ice level,
skating
super
level.
Fun.
Yeah.
God, that game is great.
The level where the tigers pop out of the little papers at you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Japanese level.
That was fun.
That one wasn't that.
The skateboarding level where you're shooting is the best.
Yeah, that one.
Or they're shooting, not you. Helicopters and
bust into the Technodrome. And
yeah, that's a good level
fight,
too.
Toka and Razor. And then they shrink into. Am I confusing it? Turtles in Time.
You might be confused.
I think that is Turtles in Time, but I'm not sure.
That's okay. There might have been Toka and Razor, but you have to fight Krang. I remember that, and he just kind of sits there and flexes at you mostly.
Yeah.
And Shredder can insta-kill you by turning you back into a turtle.
That's Turtles.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he had his little laser beam.
Yeah, in the first one.
Oh, well, he had it in Turtles in Time, too.
But that was just such a great, just classic beat 'em up. Just happened to be starring the Ninja Turtles. It was really fun.
Number 8, we have one of the best games, in my opinion, is Mega Man 2. It was like the best example of what I can think of taking something that was good, which was Mega Man 1, and just improving it in every possible way. Like, the gameplay was better, the music was better, the bosses were better, there were more of them, there were better puzzles.
Level on Quick Man?
Yeah.
Quick Man.
And you get the Metal Blades, which is the best Mega Man power-up of all time. And you can basically murder anything for like a fourth of one ammo point.
Yeah.
Pretty
Metal
much.
Blades were
Yeah.
Was that? I remember Quick Man was really fun.
Quick Man is fun. Crash Man is fun.
Crash Man was really fun.
Metal Man is expertly named.
And he's his own weakness.
Yeah. As one of the first times and only times that happened.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better than Tornado.
I think it was a glitch, but I'm not sure. That might have been on purpose.
Man,
Either way,
It was the
that
perfect
game,
amount of challenge because Mega Man 1 was just like, it was all fun. Not all fun and games. It was still pretty hard. Then you got to the Yellow Devil and just, good lord.
Yeah.
That was the worst.
And
I hate the Yellow Devil.
there was a lot of really difficult disappearing block challenges in the first game also, and then they kept it going in 2, but it was manageable.
It was way nicer than the 1 was, because 1 would make it so like here's a block, here's another block, and your max jump is right there. So it was almost impossible to do so. But Mega Man 2 added subtracted the perfect amount of difficulty to have it still be difficult but manageable and fun also.
And at number 7 we have Kirby's Adventure. Great game. It's actually decently challenging, especially the final boss.
Yes.
But compared to other Kirby games, it's pretty hard. But compared to
challenging for a Kirby game.
Yeah.
Compared to other games from the Nintendo Entertainment System, the difficulty level was pretty low. Like, that was the first game I beat by myself. I think I was like 8.
Well, Nightmare was horrifying.
Oh yeah.
Well, his name is Nightmare. Of course, it's gonna be scary.
That just set the precedent for Kirby games. To have everything's cute and fun, and then you get to the final boss, and it's a horrible eldritch abomination that just terrifies you.
Yeah. And it had some of the best mini games, like the feeding DDD eggs and bombs and
quick draw.
Oh, he was feeding you.
Whatever.
Crane
there were
game.
eggs and bombs.
Yeah.
I knew that.
I liked the crane one, but I hated it when I was a kid because I wanted a little plushy Kirby from it, and it was just in the game. Well, in at 6 we have Punch-Out. That game was just so fun that I think if you just want to plug in a game and just play it, I think Punch-Out might be the best one because you can just hop right in and stomp Glass Joe into the dirt and move on with your day.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
It was fairly simple until you got to... Who's the Japanese guy?
It was really like, Bald Bull when it really started getting... Well, no.
He was after the Japanese guy, wasn't
Piston Honda.
he? Piston Honda.
was
He's the first title fight.
What's the something Tiger?
Oh.
That was where the difficulty instantly ramped up.
Yeah,
and
it's
you had to wait till his jewel flashed, and then you could just punch him.
God, that game is it's one of the best pick up and play games for the NES, because you can just pick it up and just left, right, left, and punch them and beat Glass Joe, and then
it's almost impossible at the end. You can't even, or Game Genie doesn't even really help. You still have to know how to fight Mike Tyson
or Mr. Dream.
And at number 5, we've got Battletoads. Such a great game, but it is so difficult. I'm pretty sure most people have never been past level 3.
Yeah, this is the extreme of what we said about Punch-Out, how it was so hard but so good. This is so hard. I mean, it's great too, but it's way too hard.
Yeah, it takes
especially co-op, because friendly fire is on.
At all times.
Yes.
It doesn't even tell you, the game doesn't even tell you it's co-op. You just have to figure that one out.
Yeah.
So, co-op's actually harder than single player, though. So.
Oh, it's way harder.
Yeah. Because you can't, it's almost impossible for both of y'all to get past the speed bike section.
Yeah, that game was so ridiculous.
Very hard, very fun.
Really good graphics.
Yeah. Great music also.
Yeah.
Like the pause music, especially.
Yeah, that pause music.
But Battletoads is one of those games you really get to know the beginning of it.
And I think what was the villain's name? The
Dark Queen?
The Dark Queen. I think she's the first video game female that I found sexy.
Oh yeah, she's hot.
Yeah.
She just popped up in that little cutscene, and 6-year-old me was like, dang.
And it is the only time I can think of that you see that you fight a boss from the boss's point of view.
Yeah,
That was pretty
whenever
cool.
in
Yeah,
the
the robot.
The big walker.
Yeah, that was really cool.
there, and it shoots balls at you, and they just like throw
Yeah.
them at
You break the screen and then it blows up for some reason, but that's how robots worked back then.
Yeah.
Remember when you beat it, the little riff it played?
Yes.
And the parts falling everywhere? I think that's the only boss that did that. When you beat it, it's like, damn.
I mean, that's
And it's
like the only boss we remember, to be fair.
Yeah,
Because the other bosses, you have to get further in the game.
yeah,
To do so.
and we did not.
No.
I think it did it for every boss, because, like, the big rat did it.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying the one I ever got to was that one.
We did the Dark Queen once with Game Genie skipping to the final level,
Yeah.
but
And then we died still.
yeah, a lot.
But Battletoads is an amazing game, especially for what it is, because it's clearly just Rare trying to cash in on the hype around the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at the time, and it ended up being a cult classic.
Nah, it's totally different. There's only 3 of them.
Totally awesome.
Yeah. And they have such disgusting names, too.
Raz, Sit, and Pimple.
Yeah. Ugh. But great game, super hard, but worth it.
Number 4, we have one of my favorites, Star Tropics. Great music, great graphics, great gameplay, pretty decent story. A little silly, but it wasn't bad. It was enough to keep you going. There
I
was
mean, aliens.
aliens, magic, ghosts, zombies, mummies, monsters, rats,
Cross-dressing.
cross-dressing.
Yeah.
He had to cross-dress to get into a lady village way before Link did.
Yeah. But yeah, Star Tropics
Shoving bananas in his ears.
is a really, really fun game because the overworld, you have to go and solve puzzles, and then the underworld, I guess, in the dungeons, you get to actually play the game, and he's an ace pitcher, so he throws a yo-yo for some reason, and that's how he kills stuff. It gets upgraded, and you get items later on, but it's really
baseball
fun
bat.
gameplay.
The
Best is,
Boots.
and my favorite is fighting the octopus and using the freeze.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
even tell you.
No,
Saving that dolphin. I like fighting the Ghost King. I forget his name. You had to fight
Oh, yeah.
that giant ghost.
it's probably Ghost King.
I would hope so. And there were some really impressive looking bosses in that game.
Yeah.
Like the magma one, the big, you have to
Yeah.
jump on the switch and like freeze the lava or something. Or do you just hit him? I don't remember.
I can't remember either.
Yeah,
I remember
right.
he was there and he was hard. And
I always thought it was kind of
Yoda.
weird. Like, a little bit after halfway, all of a sudden aliens get thrown into the mix. And it really, like, it makes the story better, but it's really weird because it switches from, like, an adventure game to, like,
world.
let's go kill these aliens.
I loved how Zoda looked like a straight up demon in his first form, and then his final form he looked like a pink ripoff of the alien from Alien,
Yeah.
except I think a little more portly.
Yeah.
But and he
And
had his little puke babies.
Yeah.
But he looked like a different kind of demon there. But the first form looked just this demon in a cloak,
Yeah.
horns,
hmm
and he was giant and shooting his hands at you.
One of my favorite things about this game is that it showed how important the manuals were back then, because you literally have to take, at one point in the game, you have to enter a password, so you have to take the manual, and don't you put it in water?
Well, it
You
was.
put a page
It
in
wasn't
water
in the
or
manual. It
something?
was a letter that came with the manual.
Oh. Well, you put it in water, and then the text appears, and you have to type that code in. And it was just, like, such a cool out-of-game experience to progress in the game, in my opinion.
And luckily, passcode's the same all the time.
Yes, because it would be almost unplayable nowadays.
Yeah, like if it was determined by, or if it was like a random event and everybody had a different password, You better
Yeah.
write that down on the cartridge because
Yeah.
you're never gonna beat the game.
Super underrated game. It came out right at the end of the NES's life, that and the sequel, so it was kind of swept under the rug before Super Nintendo came out. But super underrated. If you find it, I think it's still on Virtual Console probably. Well, no, Wii Shop is dead. So download an emulator. I don't care. Find a way to play it. It's fantastic. You will not regret it if you like adventure games. It's really good.
Yeah. At number 3, we have one of the biggest games for Nintendo, which is Metroid. It's a great way to start the series. It's got pretty amazing gameplay for the Nintendo, because a lot of games had really clunky controls, and it was one of the first games to have super fluid controls with the screw attack and whatnot. And it's just a really great intro because you just start and you're in the labyrinth trying to find Mother Brain and Ridley and Kraid.
And then that plot twist at the end where you're playing as a girl.
Yeah, that was very, very plot twisty for that time.
Yeah, that was monumental.
Nobody saw that coming. Most people thought she was a robot.
Yeah. And going back to talking about sexy NES stuff, if you do amazing at the game, you can see her in her bikini.
There you go.
And she's got her green hair, and then her 3 pixels of pink and 4 pixels of pink, and
all 8 bits of her.
And you can see her in a One Piece if you type in Justin Bailey for the password.
Yeah, you can play as her in that, can't you?
Yeah, it's just out of the suit. I don't know who Justin Bailey is. I'm guessing one of the programmers.
Yeah.
Probably.
But
anyway, really good game. Holds up pretty well. I mean, it's kind of hard to go back to that after playing Super Metroid, but still a fun time.
But
it's just massive.
Yes.
That is
really
a huge world map for the NES.
And it's one of the best instances of a kickoff for an amazing franchise, in my opinion.
Speaking of kickoffs for an amazing franchise, at number 2, we have the original The Legend of Zelda. Nothing like this had come before. Right? They had a few little adventure games here and there, but nothing on this scale. But the main thing this one brought to the table is being able to save your game.
Yeah, that's true.
I might be wrong, but I don't think any game let you do that before.
I'm pretty sure it was the first ever.
I'm pretty sure it was.
It was one of them at least.
It at least popularized it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was necessary for that game. That kind of game wouldn't have worked with passwords.
No, you would have had to have a whole binder full of passwords.
Yeah, because there's so many different ways to do things. It just drops you in and you go do stuff.
Drops you in, you go in the cave that's right there. Some old dude's just it's dangerous to go alone, and gives you a sword.
And that line is in almost every Zelda.
Yeah, because it's so iconic.
Yeah.
It's the first line a lot of gamers.
And that music, the main theme was just so catchy. It's still very catchy. And the dungeon theme kind of died off. But
unfortunately, I loved that dungeon theme.
The original theme just continued on, and I think my main memory of that game was that 3-headed dragon when I was a little kid. I just couldn't beat him.
That thing.
I did it as an adult.
Scared me.
Yeah, he was scary.
You kill him, or you chop off one head, and then it starts flying around at you.
Yeah. I couldn't beat him as a kid. I did it as an adult, but as a kid, I couldn't touch him. I mean, not literally.
It was also one of the first games to do the non-linear story progression, because you could just go to whatever dungeon you could physically make it to and just pop on in and go fight.
Yeah.
I forget what it was called. And the developers had a name for it, because before it was named Zelda, they called it Not Mario or something like that.
Oh.
Because they wanted it to be kind of the opposite of Mario's linearity.
I know they call it Hyrule Fantasy, but that was later. I think I remember the not Mario thing.
Yeah. And it really speaks to how great the gameplay and everything is, because the items you get in the first Zelda are relatively lame, like judging them off of past, like future Zelda titles, because you get like a raft and a stepladder and stuff like that,
Yeah,
which helps a lot in the game, but the
get-
only items you get to use like in combat is bow and arrow, boomerang, bombs.
Yeah.
That's all I can recall at the moment.
Your lantern you could kind of use in combat, but it was difficult.
Yeah, it wasn't worth it.
But
It's just such a great intro to to Zelda and all the enemies we would come to love, like the Dongos and Wall Masters and
Tech
Goma.
Knights, Libras.
Yeah.
Well, they call them Lionels now, but they called. I remember in that the rap commercial, they called them Libras, the centaurs.
Yeah.
I don't know when the name got changed to Lionels, but it's a Lionel now.
It's probably an American thing.
Octoroks.
yeah, probably
Libras, Tech Knights
mistranslation.
2. But through it all, our hero pulls through.
Yeah, go Link, get some. And then for our number one pick, you all probably knew it was going to be Mario 3. That's just everybody's favorite game, pretty much.
Yeah.
If I had to pick one game that would work, it would be that one.
It's almost undebatable that that's the best game for the NES.
It really is.
It had so much to offer. Like, so
man.
fun, so many power-ups, just
So many secrets.
level design,
Yeah,
secrets,
so many secrets.
Music. I can't. That's one of the few games I really can't think of a flaw for.
There's
It's not even my favorite in the
many.
Mario series. I just can't think of a flaw in it. It's just
Oh man, it was a great, like fantastic wrap up for Mario for the NES. Because the first Mario was great and everything. Second Mario was also great.
American Second Mario.
American Second Mario was very different. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little odd, but
I like that they kept the Shy Guys and Birdo.
Yeah. But then Mario Brothers 3 came along, and you could get a leaf, and it turned you into a raccoon, and it made so much sense.
And that raccoon can fly for some reason.
Yeah.
Tanuki suit.
Yeah, the Tanuki suit.
The
Hammer
boot.
Brothers suit.
boot,
It had the best
the
power
Hammer
ups, I think,
Brothers.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really did.
I think that boot's my favorite power-up in all of Mario, honestly.
That boot
Yeah.
was pretty fun.
The boot was awesome.
And the Koopa Kids. The introduction of the Koopa Kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too. Man. God, that game's great.
Really, really fantastic.
And all the
game.
different
I wanna go
themes
play it now.
for each level. Like
Yeah, each level had a
you
theme.
got
Like there
Giant
was
Land.
desert, basically hell for World 8.
Yeah. Just in a fire pit full of tanks and
That was great.
battleships.
I used to be scared of the music when you were on the ship levels.
Oh, the airship scene. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like I felt like Darth Vader was coming or something. It was just
Not to mention, it has, in my opinion, one of the best final boss battles that shows how much, like, how powerful Bowser is. Because you can't do anything to Bowser. You have to get him to, kill himself by his own means.
It wasn't until Mario 64 that Mario actually physically defeated Bowser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because every other time he either throws stuff that Bowser throws at him back at him, or you just avoid him.
Or fireballs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can
can chop
do that.
chop the
That's
bridge. But
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not hurting Bowser though.
yeah, I know.
But yeah.
I was agreeing with you.
Yeah. Chop the bridge, avoid him until he falls
Yeah.
off the cliff, or throw his toys back at him.
But Super Mario Bros. 3, in our opinion, is easily, unquestionably, the best game for the Nintendo Entertainment System of all time. Hands down. And that's going to wrap up our top 10 games for the Nintendo Entertainment System. With that being said, we've been Brotrio, and thanks for watching.